Just waiting for people to come in. It could end up being the shortest live ever. We don't know. Hi. I can't tell who's here. And I'm alone again. Oh, hi, Victoria. How are you doing, hon? Hey, very good. I want a giveaway, and it was an awesome giveaway, and so I'm wearing a lot of it. I don't know if we're gonna get anyone else in here to join us. Hmm. Thank you so much for that. Um, the person I won the giveaway from, uh, the person I won the giveaway from is Gina Virgilio, and it was an awesome bag. I'm not sure who Jess is. Gina? Yeah. Hi, Joshua. She is very sweet, incredibly generous, and I love how real she is in her videos, and it just comes right through. Not a whole lot. Looks like it's just me, you, and Victoria. Seems I'm competing with other lives. I had no clue. Probably should have checked my notifications, but too late now. I don't know if Tanya's gonna join or not. I know she's having some problems with her lupus and just not feeling well. So if you guys want to ask me questions, I will be more than happy to answer. Yeah, you just, with that type of thing, you have your good days and you have your bad days, and she's having a bad day. Thank you. I need to color it again. I'm thinking this time I'm gonna go lighter. Hi, Adriel. Hey, you changed your name again. um, but I'm thinking of doing lighter to not like super light, but lighter to where, the gray will kind of just blend in and look more blondish. Um, because it's so hard for me because I can't use a box. I have to go to a salon because the boxes just don't cover my gray. That gets very expensive after a while. So I try to, I can't go like regularly like you're supposed to. So I want something that, when it does do a little bit of grow out, it won't look horrible. As far as the cut crease, not really. All right. I need my eyeballs for this one. That was cute. I've been so dry today. Incredibly dry. But like I said, if you guys want to ask me questions, I'll answer. Um, Within reason. Because sometimes some questions can kind of be out there. Um, I honestly really haven't tried. Um, Hi, Patricia. And I'm sure you'll do that for me too, Adriel. Uh, like I said, it's hard for me because I have to get it done professionally, so it gets expensive. Doing very good. I was just telling everybody that Tanya's not feeling so good with the lupus, kind of having a hard day with it today, and Marley, go lay down, baby. Just go lay down. Be a good boy. No, not on my lap. You're not allowed up here. My Marley is trying to be a lap dog, and he's a Labrador. You're not a lap dog. You are not a Chihuahua. Come on, get down. You are not Marley. I need you. Be good boy. No, that's not being good. Go now. Now. Thank you. He is so strong. And kind of hard to handle sometimes. And he's gotten to where he wants to climb up in your lap, and he's a big boy. Let's see if I missed anything. Nope. I am. This is the beached collection. And what I did was um I used it's kind of like a burnt red for the transition, and I did put a touch of black along to kind of bring that up and kind of smoke it out a little bit. Then I put the blue, then kind of like a turquoise, and then like a sand color. But I did that using uh, two different, because I use Urban Decay primer, but to do these because they sparkle, I used a kind of like a glue. It's the Midnight Elixir by LA Splash. And let me tell you, it dries down, it's sticky, so anything's going to stick to it. Thank you, Patricia. Breaking news. Man was arrested at the airport today for carrying compass of protect weapons of mass destruction. But I don't know if you heard or not, Patricia. I won a giveaway, and this palette, the Urban Decay Beached, was in it, and that's the colors that I'm wearing. Um, and I've been trying to do like a wing look, but for some reason I'm using good eyeliners. Some swear by Ico. I've used that. Some swear by Kat Von D Tattoo eyeliner. That's what I'm actually wearing now. But for some reason, I can't really get it to go. You should, Adriel. I am certain that would be a blast and a hit. Hi, Liz. Um, I'm really, really certain that it will. Yeah, I see everybody doing these wings, and I even did the tape trick so that I could get a nice line. And it still just doesn't come out right. Hi, Bobby. And no matter what I do, it won't. Yeah, and every time I complain about doing something, my daughter's like, Mom, you need to look at the drag queens and how they do. And I'm like, I don't know if I could do what they do because it's generally so perfect. I'd like to know some of the products they use to cover stuff because there's some that just wow. Um, the most famous being RuPaul. She just wow, legs that go on for miles, and it just baffles me how beautiful and gorgeous, and he looks so different when he's in his male persona. And he does have like some scarring and stuff, and the makeup is flawless. I would kill. I would just like to look like that. Have those legs that are just not fair for anyone because they just go on. And I'd love to meet him in person because he seems like he would be a blast, no matter if he's in the male persona or the drag queen persona. I just think it would be so much fun. And because I don't know how many of you know, my daughter is bisexual. So, we're always talking about the LGBTQ. I'm going to say plus because I know I'm missing a letter in there. Community and what's going on in the community, things that affect her. Um, because she's had a rough go with it. We live in a small town, and people are just ignorant. And when we moved here, and I knew we were coming to a small town, I told her, kind of keep everything close to the vest, and you know, you have an opportunity to reinvent yourself so that, because nobody knows you or knows how you were. And she really didn't listen to the keep everything close to the vest. And, you know, exactly what I thought would happen. She kind of went through a time where, she was getting bullied and so forth. And even my brother-in-law, I haven't talked to him in a few years because when everybody on Facebook was putting the rainbow going across um, their profile pic, she had done it and I did it myself. And he basically, he's so set in his ways and his thoughts. And he was like, I'll pray for you and all this. And, she's like, he's never really been part of my life. And he's saying all this. And, he just kind of attacked her. And I hit him back because you don't mess with my kids. I don't care who you are. You do not mess with my kids. And so I let him have it. And I told my husband I was sorry, but it is what it is. You know, she's my daughter. And, she is so amazing and incredible. She has the most amazing talent. Um, she learned the alto sax formally through school and so forth, but she can play the baritone sax, the tenor sax, and the soprano. She has played bass drum, marimba, um, French horn. She did that in a concert. Um, Adriel. um, but basically, my daughter's amazing and incredible. Thank you, Lisa. Hi. Um, but for her I mean, she really got bullied bad. And, it was heartbreaking for me because I was bullied in school in my elementary years. Um, and then recently, I'm actually kind of being cyberbullied. And, I won't say who, but I think a lot of you know. But, this person is not letting it go. She did a video and in the description put that, again, about her being slandered. I didn't do anything publicly. Okay. I had a private conversation that, in a mistake, got back to her. And this person that's saying I slandered her. All I did was offer advice on what to do because she came to me distraught. And I offered her advice about this person. And, now this person is like, threatening to tell anybody who, oh, yes, very much Mama Bear. Um, but she's threatened in her video that I'm still in the process of trying to get it down. It's been reported so many times, and I'm trying to work with YouTube to get it pulled off for defamation. Um, but, I never slandered her. You know, what she's doing would be borderline because she doesn't say um, my name directly, but at the end of her video, she says that she will be more than happy to tell anybody who contacts her so that they don't follow me. And, basically was saying I was ungodly and a veiled threat because she was like, if this had been before she found God, she would have, basically beat the tar out of me. And I'm like, what did I do? So, yeah, and this person affected Adriel as well. And, that was the problem. She got so controlling with another friend. And so, I was like, no one should ever tell you who to be friends with, who to block, or anything. We're all grown people. We can choose for ourselves whether we want to become friends with other YouTubers, whether we want to block somebody because of something they're doing or the content, whatever. We don't need anybody telling us what to do, how to do our lives. And it just, okay, Victoria. Adriel, what do you mean? Okay. I don't quite understand, Adriel. Marley, it's storming. You're not gonna do anything out there. Is that just a nickname that you have for her? Yeah, exactly. And on her most recent video, she talks again. She doesn't actually say it. Is it? I thought it was just her name. I'll have to look at that. I've never paid attention. Um, but I just, it irks me, you know, and I've seen this person make fun of Asian Americans. Okay, okay. I don't think I know Mama Bear at all. And I have no problem with anybody. I bounced around when I was a kid. My dad was a truck driver, and when things went bad in Detroit, Dad went where the work was, and we followed. And so, I've lived outside of Detroit, Canton, Michigan, Indiana, Ohio, Texas, Tennessee. I'm currently in Kentucky. I lived in Florida, Delaware, South Jersey, and North Jersey. So we're talking a vast area where everyone is different. You go from like Michigan to the South, there's a big difference. You go from here to the East Coast, like Jersey, and there's a difference. And I've always, from going to brand new schools and everything, I always had to kind of put myself out there to meet people, to have friends. My sister, she did the opposite. She kind of just went inside herself and didn't have a whole lot of friends. So I get along, you know, well with many different people of different backgrounds, cultures. I worked at Disney. You don't get much more diverse than what they are. You've got people from countries you probably never heard of um, that work there. And then there's the guests, you know, and I learned so much. And so to have a problem with somebody bothers me. I don't like that. I'm out of high school, obviously, quite some time. And to behave like that, it just, it irks me. And I'll get off the little soapbox now. Um, that's why when kind of stepped back up, bear with me a moment. When Gina, exactly, very negative. And, and that's what I like so much about you is you are, that's kind of an awful question. Um, but Black Moon, that's what I love so much about your videos. There's always something very positive in everything. And I love that. And then, the people that comment on your videos, they're positive and great, and I love reading them. And because There's too much negativity in the world. Really is. And I don't care where you're from, what you believe in, especially what your political views are. I don't care. I look at the person that's before me and I judge based on how I'm treated. Because my sister in law and my mother in law weren't too thrilled that my husband's stepmother, I refused to join in on saying anything bad about her. I'm like, she hasn't done anything to me. I understand why they didn't like her. But she hadn't done anything to me at that point. So, you know, I wasn't going to bash her. And that's how I am. I don't care what other people think of someone. I go by how that person is with me. And that's it. You know, I could care less how you're perceived with another person. It only matters how you are with me. You have to work tonight, Liz? That's awful. Exactly. Peace, love, and laughter. My biggest thing I love seeing, and I anytime I see it, I buy something, is the live, laugh, love. Because that's literally how me and my husband live. We have to have laughter. My daughter wants to do overnights. I can't do overnights. I tried once, fell asleep on my break, was way late on, coming back from a break. I'm like, look, guys, I can't do the overnights. But my husband and I, we have never fought. When we're irritated with one another, we just kind of go away from it. And then once we're calm, we can talk it out. And, we've never fought because of that. I hope for you too, Liz. Say about your breakfast, but not your girlfriend. Oh, Adriel, you crack me up so much. I love it. High radiation king. Yeah, my daughter has Friday and Saturday off. She just, in fact, tonight's her first night. Um, she started working for McDonald's. And, her first week, they gave her Friday and Saturday. It was like, hey, bonus. For the KGB, they don't exist anymore. Yeah, you know, the one thing about factories is they'll work you to death, but you can make money. My husband works, um, they do precision metal pieces that go into like Toyota, um, I think a Honda, a Ford, something like that. Um, but, because here you have in Louisville, there is Ford manufacturer, forget which cars they do, because they do a little bit different than what Detroit does. And then Toyota is, um, yeah, Toyota is in Georgetown, which is not too far from Lexington. And then I want to say there's another one here in the state, but I don't know. Now, see, my husband is supposed to have weekends off, but most of the time they have him working on Saturday, which is good for the paycheck, because he's making slightly more than you are, Adriel. But he's also been there for quite some time. Um, my daughter's just trying to kind of find herself. She worked for a factory for a while, but she was getting banged and bruised and all this, so she left it. Then she did nothing for quite a few months. And then she started working for Wendy's, had a problem with the manager. So now she's at McDonald's and she really likes the manager there. So, you're having twins, Adriel? What do you mean low signal? On your phone or. Do you know, Adriel, yet if you're having boys or girls or mixed twin boys? Congrats. Wow. So you have another month to go and your life is going to be so different. Dunkin' Donuts? Yes. See, I'm a Yankee. My husband is a Southerner. He was a native Floridian. And he's like, oh, Krispy Kreme this, Krispy Kreme that. I don't like Krispy Kreme. If I'm going to get donuts, it's either going to be a private bakery or it's going to be Dunkin' Donuts. Oh, okay. I thought the way that you had said about the money, I thought you were getting ready to have twins. Now, are they identical or are they fraternal? Because I have twin nieces that are fraternal. Yeah. Now, when they were little, there was just a slight difference and then a difference in their personalities. And a lot of people couldn't tell them apart. Now that they're older, it's a little easier. I don't like s'mores. Now, see, my daughter looks like my husband, and my son looks like me. Um, but some people sit there and say that she looks like me, but when I look at pics, I just don't. Really? I'm sorry. Is he like high functioning autistic? I know that's very stressful to deal with because of the different triggers. Um, he's just going to take his time to do it. You know, I have seen where having a service dog really brings autistic kids out of their shells. Yeah. Um, so it might be something to look into for him. Um, sorry, I had a call coming in. Um, I'm kind of wanting my son and his fiance to get rolling on that ball, but they're not really in a position to have kids. Did you hear the ringtone? I could have let it keep going. I have that. That's like my general ringtone for everybody. And then I have very specific ones. Um, my son's comes in as Wayward Son. Then my daughter's is Disturbed's version of Sound of Silence. And then my husband is Red Red Wine. It used to be Who Could It Be Now because he was a huge Men at Work fan. Um, and then my sister, I joke around with her because she has such a hot temper. And that's where we are very different. I will take and take and take and take and take. It takes a lot to set me off. But be wary when I do go off. Whereas my sister, the slightest thing will set her off. And she becomes this completely different person. And so I joke around with her and I call her Sybil from the movie with the multiple personalities. And trying to figure out where I was going with that. There was something. Oh, her ringtone. It when it goes off, it says, "You've reached the mental health hotline," and it's like if you're obsessive compulsive, hit 1, 2, and 3, and it goes on with different things. Um, she's not too thrilled that that's her ringtone. And then my nephew, I think it's Bad Bad Boys, because he's a cop in Florida. But I'm thinking of changing my general ringtone, because I keep hearing, you know, Uptown Funk, and starting to get a little burnt out. My notifications, you might hear that from time to time, comes up and it's like, "I'm Groot." It's Baby Groot, though. Hmm. Those that are still here, don't forget about my giveaway. Um, it's on the video about cyberbullying, and it lists all the rules for it. But the other videos that are more recent from that have a link to that video so that, if you can't find it or whatever, you can just go into a recent one and click the link. But I am thinking of going, guys. My tummy's a rumbling and I think it's time for dinner. I have to go make it. I might just be having cereal. Who knows? Depends on when I get in there, see what's there. I appreciate everybody coming in and chatting with me. And I know at some point Tanya and I are going to do a live together. Um, we've been wanting to do that, but I've been having a problem with the Hangouts. But I got it somewhat fixed. So we're wanting to do that. Um, she's just, like I said, not feeling so well. But I appreciate you coming in. I love you all. And have a great night, guys. Bye.